obviously all. So you've got Western music, right?
Sure.
And it's all drawing from certain scales that are common to all Western music, basically.
Sure. Sure.
And if you tune your instruments to these scales and you play notes within these scales, it sounds good in
Yes.
your brain. Now, is that a genetic thing?
Oh gosh. I think it's just a cultural thing. Actually, I don't know, because like you talk about how like Western music is framed through these scales and such, but I mean, if you were to turn to like Japanese music or something, like at least popular Japanese music, you can recognize those same scales.
So let's take it one step. Let's step back from the void for a sec, or
Okay.
take a step into the void, depending on how you're looking at it. Let's
Okay.
say any music.
The void's eating me. Can we take a step back from the void here?
No, it's staring
Uh,
into you and howling and yipping.
this sounds too
Yip,
real. Tucker,
yip,
Tucker, no, Tucker. This sounds
yip.
Tucker.
What's
No,
what's up?
this is too real.
So okay, so all music that uses. Is there any commonality between? Because like I know like Middle Eastern music uses different scales than Western music.
Hmm.
Do is there something in common between notes that we use and notes that they use? I mean, just because they're different scales, they're still represented by the same notes, right? It's just they use a different arrangement.
I mean, maybe. I don't. I'm not 100% sure. Because, I mean, you can listen to music that deviates from those scales, and it's still very. Like, it can still be, like, pleasurable. So I don't know if necessarily there's, like, this aversion to anything that's not.
What I'm asking is, you could take a guitar and play a scale from any culture
Yeah.
because it's using the same notes.
Yes. I believe so. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We can spend time with Nanako.
Let's spend time with Nanako.
Okay.
Big bro!
So what if it is genetic? Let's just say it's genetic. Let's just say right now that it's genetic that people, if you play like a C note, it's pleasurable.
But I don't even know if, like, that's, like,
That's
automatically pleasurable just because it's a C note.
Well, do you think?
Because, I mean, like, even here, if you play something that deviates from traditional scales or something, there's people here who appreciate that. Or would
But
listen
are they
to that.
conditioned to appreciate it, or is it genetic?
Well, I mean, I don't think. Let's go buy some together.
He'll live. That's ice cold, Michael Kuhn. That's ice cold. So let's say if it is genetic or it is conditioned, either way, there could be someone out there who the sound of pop music is just like incredibly grating to them. Just like it would sound to them how like an out of tune guitar playing random notes sounds
Now,
to us.
Tucker, is this getting autobiographical here, Mr.
No, I just think it's fascinating because I'm like worried
Not-
like someday I'll wake up and like music will sound wrong. And it won't have changed at all. It's just something in my brain will have clicked, and like all of a sudden I can't stand like C major scale because it'll just be like something in my brain's like, this isn't right.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. Like, I find I get that, I guess, sudden aversion to it, but I don't like. Is there music other than that? It's not Nanako's fault.
It kind of is though. Let's be honest here.
No. We're the
We're
big
just gonna
bro. We take the fall for
We're
Nanako.
just gonna straight up lie to Dojima. That's teaching her a good lesson. Thanks a lot, Michael. I can tell you
Fine.
don't have a younger sister.
Hear her out.
Oh, now we're telling Dojima what to do?
Fine.
Like that's our
It's
place?
not Nanako's fault. We volunteered.
You don't have enough courage.
Oh.
Nanako, no. Hear
Hear
her.
her out. What the piss? Fine. I'm sorry.
You don't have enough intellect. And
I'm not smart enough to say I'm
Freaking-
sorry.
stupid.
Baka, Dad. Baka.
No, Dojima, here's what's really going on. Grumble. Guess I won't beat her tonight.
Great. Mr.
Oh, that happened.
Mr. Absent Parent decides to finally try to take charge of the house for once. I see how this is.
We should fight stuff. But first, I want to go to Central Shopping District.
But I mean, I just don't like. Okay, say you have this aversion to those traditional scales, and what do you suddenly jump to?
Well, you don't necessarily jump to anything.
Okay.
It's not like you're subbing in. Dude, get some new material. Okay, hold on. Stop. Okay. Wait. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Is Yukiko all...
Well. Well, I mean, her evasion goes down though, and she's been
Heh.
okay.
Heh. Wait.
Okay. I know. I don't like. I get that, but I mean, like, I don't.
Hell yeah.
So, what are you trying to ask then? Like, you wake up and suddenly you don't like music. Then now what? Or like, where are we going with this?
What? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Well, that would be like insane. Like, yeah. I
It's
don't
hard
know
to
what I'd
imagine.
do with myself. I'd probably go hide in a corner and get lost in some obscure ambient music.
Nice. That was a great segue. We're going into the TV.
Into the TV and into the discussion zone.
Choo choo! All aboard! Could it be that Anyway, we should concentrate. Oh my god, no. Okay.
You look like such a badass, though, Tucker.
I was reading this thing online, and this guy has this disease where the lenses of his eyes drift. And then, I think it was either after he got surgery or because of his condition, he can see ultraviolet light. You can, like, see in the ultraviolet spectrum. What if you could do that with your ears, man? But you're not seeing, you're hearing.
It would be like talking
Yep.
in another dimension.
No! That's crazy. I can't even imagine such a thing.
So there's like infinite universes.
Okay.
Do you think there's an infinite universe where evolution and science played out just right?
Okay.
That Persona's real.
Uh,
It's
I don't
infinite.
want. I don't want anime to be real. Did you hear about the Fire Emblem thing? That's what we should talk about.
That I've heard things.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Tucker,
That
why
is-
don't you explain exactly what this Fire Emblem thing is you're talking about? Because as I understand it, there's a couple things it could be.
It's pretty amazing, really. Now, this is all secondhand, because obviously I haven't played Fire Emblem because I don't play terrible games. But, to watch me play terrible games, check in Socket. Here's the link. Ba-doop. Ba-doop.
Wait, have you ever actually played a Fire Emblem game?
No,
And how do you know they're terrible?
because of the story I'm about to tell you. So, there's a character in the game, right?
Right?
And she's a girl. And she thinks girls are cool, right?
Sure.
In like like she thinks they're cool. You
No,
know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying?
I got you. I got you.
She thinks they're cool. Okay? Like Michael, what do you think of girls?
I think they're cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? But she's
No,
a
I
girl.
got. I'm following. I'm following.
So she thinks girls are cool, right?
Japan has made a homosexual character in one of their games. Yes. Continue.
Okay. And just handled it in the worst way possible. So
You mean where they drug her and then
Yup.
they're like guys?
So let's say you need this girl to like guys for some reason. What better way to do it than to secretly drug her so that I think it's all girls look like guys?
I thought it was all guys look like girls.
Is that it? I thought it was
I
the
think that
opposite.
was what it was, and then it convinced
Okay.
her that guys are the right way or something like that.
Yeah, because then she can marry you as a guy.
But then I've also like heard that it's somewhat related. We need to heal Yasuke.
He's fine.
That it's like somehow related to her like mental conditioning or upbringing or something, and that I don't know,
Sure, man. The point is,
but it
it's
still
too
seems
much
kind of grody.
Well, okay, the grody thing is that Nintendo's like, hey, maybe let's not put this terrible thing in our game. And then everybody in America's like, oh my god, they're censoring their games again. It's the end of the world. Okay,
Don't censor my boob sliders, Tucker. Damn it.
first of all, they've been doing that kind of thing forever.
Yes, they have.
Like, come on.
But now some people on 4chan decided to make a scene about it.
This
And
is
it,
this is not coming from 4chan on my end. This is like, Tumblr's freaking out, Twitter's like,
well, Tumblr.
mess.
Wait, what are they freaking out about?
Nintendo censoring this beautiful scene. And or it being terrible. Or both.
I'm more concerned about the fact it's terrible than Nintendo censoring it. But hey,
Well, you are not a representative of the general population, then.
so they're more pissed that they're censoring this scene
No more censored shit!
that basically forces some. It's basically like one of those like gay re-education camps kind of thing that a bunch of cartoons said were a thing, but I've never actually heard of actually existing, even though I don't doubt they actually exist.
Oh, they exist. I run one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pray the gay away. Anyway, but I
I'm
mean, it
trying,
just sounds
Michael.
like
I'm trying every day, man. It's hard.
it
out
just
there.
sounds. I don't know. I'm generally kind of
Well, here's
I
where
don't-
I'm coming from.
okay.
Here's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So, up until, let's say, 6 or 7 years ago, that could be totally off, but that's how I remember it. Fire Emblem to me was this like strategic RPG that took place in medieval times, and it was fairly realistic for what it was. And now, it's like this insane dating sim. If you there's this new character in the new one, and she's like Boobs McGee. I don't know if you've seen that cutscene, but it's something special.
I haven't, no.
And it's just like, of all people, Nintendo should be better than this. But no. And you know what? I'm sure Fire Emblem is more popular now than it has ever been in the history of the series. Because you can date girls with boobs and then drug them and then they're gay or whatever. Whatever's happening in that game. I don't know. Japan. And it's like, give me a break.
But I mean, like...
Why is Yosuke like...
I don't know, I feel like this is kind of hard for us to say since neither of us have really done anything with a Fire Emblem game.
I played Smash Brothers and there were like 800 Fire Emblem characters in it.
And they all play the same way. No, they don't. There's actually differences, but...
Whatever. This guy's... His hitbox on his up B is slightly... It's... They're not clones.
You charge the B differently than you charge the other B. I don't... Marth not
Fox
the same
is totally
as,
different
like,
than Wolf,
God.
okay? You just don't like fighting games, is the problem.
But I mean, I just don't...
Yes.
I don't, like... I don't feel like I can say anything about the fact that, okay,
Shoot.
Fire Emblem suddenly this dating sim thing. I mean, we're playing Persona for God's sake, but
Persona started as that.
sure, yes.
It's like if
Fire
in
Emblem-
they came out and Ken Levine's like, here's BioShock 3. You date the little sisters. You can turn them not gay if you want. They're like,
you can
"Thanks, Ken
you can
Levine."
force the gay character to be not gay.
That's
by drugging
the evil ending.
Like, I don't know, like, I have an aversion
Your choices
because
matter.
of the field I'm in and stuff. Like, I have an aversion to censorship. I don't like it to some extent,
But
but
how do you define censorship?
it's like, it's hard to define. I don't like someone telling me what I can and can't write.
That's not what's happening though.
No, I know. Well, actually, it kind of is because...
But no one's
Nintendo-
telling
like-
Nintendo to do this. They are
Well, no.
doing it themselves.
Nintendo's deciding to do it because it thinks society in the United States won't like it that you drug one of their characters and turn them to not be gay.
Well, it's too late for that. Oh shoot! Gotta get Cthulhu, man.
I mean, like,
Moikane.
it's the same reason they're not releasing DOA here or whatever, and that's because they don't think that
you can
people
still get
in
it.
America would like it. I mean, yeah, you
Still
can still
get
get
it.
it. You can still here. You can still buy the Fire
I
Emblem.
can still get it.
Yeah, and here you could buy the Fire Emblem where someone drugs the person to make.
But I don't think you could.
No, I think you could.
Could you play it though?
I mean, if you can figure out how to get around the region lock, yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Is the DS?
Well, then that's not what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, is
If you
the
can
DS?
hack your DS, then you can play it.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure people are going to.
But you can buy Dead or Alive and play it. You don't need to get around your region.
But that's just the nature of like the Vita versus the nature of the DS.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
the
just
DS
that, like conceptually speaking, you can get both, and there's ways you can still play both here, and I guarantee people will still play both.
I don't know why.
No, I mean it sounds awful.
Yes.
Because Nintendo, I don't know. I've never pictured Nintendo as like the bulwark of social justice or whatever, but they're not stupid. They stand up.
They're stupid sometimes.
I mean, like, I've never pegged them for that, but then again, this last year was the year of Amiibo, Animal Crossing, and Persona meets... No, SMT meets FE, but it's actually just Idolmaster or whatever.
I heard Japan hated that game. That's funny.
You see, I've heard that... Well, it didn't sell as well, but it got pretty decent scores in Japanese gaming media.
But so does crap all the time.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're very discerning.
I just mean like they could look at America and be like, America loves freaking I don't know, whatever. Choose your poison. Ugh. America loves
Um,
Batman.
it does apparently. Maybe I don't know.
Batman.
Dark Knight series did good. It loves Batman enough that we're getting more Batman.
Batman. We're
We've
not
been getting
the
more Batman
game,
since
are
the
we?
'90s. So,
I'm just talking the games.
oh yeah, are we getting a new Arkham?
I
Well, no, we're getting the
hope not.
Telltale series.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Mysterious Fox, dude. Oh, sorry, Mysterious
Damn it,
Fox.
Mysterious Fox.
Maybe you like us if we ask for healing? Oh, Jesus. Wait,
Fuck
we
that.
need twice as much money as we have?
Yeah,
Okay. Screw you, Mysterious Fox.
everyone's a stickler.
You chode. Anyway, I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, no, there's a Batman Telltale game coming out, by the way. I don't know if
Great.
I mean, you're enjoying Tales from the Borderlands, aren't you?
Yep, I enjoyed one of their games. Based on a game series I really don't like.
See, there you go.
But I like Batman. I just think Arkham Knight is bad.
I mean, okay, I didn't. The impression I got wasn't that you thought Arkham Knight was bad, though, but that.
It's
It-
bad.
Good.
Shoot!
Okay. Explain to me, Tucker. Why is
Yeah.
Arkham Knight bad?
Okay, say you took Arkham Asylum.
Sure, you mean that
Which-
really, really, really good game Rocksteady made like years ago?
Maybe one of my favorite games.
It's really good.
It's like really good. And then let's say you made 3 more games in that series, and each one was just kinda a worse and worse version of Arkham Asylum.
Well, I
And
mean,
there,
a lot of people like City more than Asylum. I've never
lot of
played. I haven't played
people-
City, so
a lot of people, Michael.
what do you?
I'm sure there's someone out there who likes Die Hard 2 more than Die Hard 1, and they are entitled to their opinion, but
Well, they're a crazy person, so
that's what I'm saying.
okay. I don't know. Die Hard 2 isn't bad though. It's like no,
You're one of them, Michael!
no. I don't. I think Die Hard 1 is maybe the best action movie ever made, but
You sicken me.
how? How is it not one of the best action movies ever made? But I'm not going to sit there and say Die Hard 2 is inherently a bad movie. It's just more of the same. Only
I'm
except
not
there's
saying
a jet
Arkham
plane.
City is an inherently bad game.
Okay. Anyway,
You
continue.
could, if you wanted to.
I think more people would argue that it's a good game, judging
It's-
by the flavor of every internet board I've wound up on, and or our cesspool of a chat.
Huh? Yeah, it's okay. You play as Catwoman and she crawls around all sexily. So that happens. We get a different persona. That's right. Oberon.
Go, Oberon! I
Oh, he just says Viola.
choose you!
Sick. Oh, I do have Margaret.
It's Margaroo.
Everybody.
Oh, well, that's good to know, because you can breeze through those rock guys now.
Word.
My bullful. Good job, Yukiko. Good job, Yukiko. Thanks, Yukiko. You know what's up, Yukiko. Good job, Yukiko.
Shall we move on? I feel like we should probably stop soon.
Yeah, maybe.
We're just,
But I mean, I don't know.
I
How
need more SP.
have you done any of the other Telltale games?
I've done I mean, I did all the Sam and Max stuff. I did Walking Dead Season 1. I did... Let's see. I didn't do Wolf Among Us. I didn't do Jurassic Park.
Wait, there's a Jurassic Park one?
Yeah, it's real bad, I've heard.
Hmm.
But Tales from the Borderlands is actually pretty good. It's funny.
But it's not even the Minecraft one. Starring
Yeah.
Oswald.
I like Patton Oswalt a lot. I wish he wasn't in that game. I wish this guy wasn't following me.
A booga booga.
Ah!
A booga booga booga.
Patton Oswalt has this comedy album called Werewolves and Lollipops, I think it's called. I recommend it very highly. You should go listen to it. It's got maybe my favorite 9/11 joke. Because you can just hear the crowd, like...
Cringe.
They'll, like, laugh, but no, they shouldn't be laughing. It's really good. Anyway. Well, it's just... You're just gonna attack. Watch out.
Mabufu.
Aha! And,
Anime.
I just want to say, as we come to a close on this 37th episode of Persona 4, 2016 is kind of kicking it, man. There's stuff coming out already.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude.
Like, what's come out? I mean,
You got
Facebook
Amplitude.
Chess, Pocket
Chess.
Mortys.
Whatever. There's this game called Oxenfree, which is supposed to be really cool. Amplitude, you got The Witness coming out soon. There's this game about... It was made by this couple whose son... Like, young son dealt with cancer.
Oh,
Called-
I've heard about that.
Yeah, that Dragon Cancer. That's supposed to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
There was one more, but let's just fight this guy.
Well, I mean, isn't Street Fighter V coming out soon?
Yes, it is, Michael. Yes, it is. But not quite yet. February 16th. Hysterical slap.
What are the big releases
shouldn't have
coming
done
out
that.
this year, though?
Hold on. I really need to heal, or I will.
I can't really think. Well, I mean, big in like last year we had Fallout 4, Metal Gear Solid 5,
The Witness.
stuff of that scale.
The Witness. You got there's a lot of stuff. You got like that Horizon, the robot dinosaur.
Oh yeah, Robot Dinosaur Fun Time. Oh, Uncharted 3 comes out this year. I forgot about that. No, Uncharted 4.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Which I'm not super hyped on, but there's the new game from the Rayman dude.
Oh really?
I think it's called Wild.
Hmm.
There is the new Hitman coming out. I'm sure there will
There's-
be a new Call of Duty at some point.
I thought of another game. Well, actually, really quick, one of the emissions this year that I think it would be cool to talk about in podcast, but since
There's an iron grip around the podcast right now, which is not releasing its grasp.
yeah, but
Viva la revolution!
we're not seeing an annual major Assassin's Creed release this year.
Thank God.
Like, Ubisoft learned its lesson, kind of, maybe.
Sorta.
We'll find out.
Let me just run back to the entrance. And we can...
But the big one of the big releases coming out this year
Uh-huh.
is a little game
Uh-huh.
from Japan.
Called No Man's Sky.
Yes, actually, but also
Yeah.
Persona Final Fantasy 15.
Dude, I'm so excited!
Edgy anime kids in a road.
Whatever.
Actually, if I had access to play it, wait, it's coming out on Xbox One, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, then I should have access to play it. I would consider playing it.
Final Fantasy 13 on the 360 was a really bad version, but I can't imagine. It was because it was, they didn't have Blu-rays.
Right,
So I
right.
don't think it should be an issue.
Well, I mean, we'll find out. I don't know. We'll see how it is.
Well, okay, but here's the thing though. I feel like when Final Fantasy 13 came out, there was this like backlash against it, and I think now there's been a very noticeable reclamation of that game.
Well, I mean, now it's like Lightning's like a pop icon in Japan.
She was in, yeah, she was modeling. That
Yeah,
was stupid,
freaking Louis Vuitton.
but also kind of crazy and awesome. We live in the future. The future is now. Okay, I'm just hanging out in this bathhouse with my buds.
Hey, buds, how you doing? Yeah, escape, bud.
Bullseye.